I was one of the first ones to see the fire, and my grandson tried to go. We kept banging and banging on the doors and stuff, and no, we couldn't hear anybody. And then my grandson kicked in the door.
She runs outside, I run outside, and then we see the whole back half engulfed in flames. I bang on the windows, hear no answer. I kick in the front door and get halfway up the stairs, but the smoke and stuff was too much, and everybody was screaming for me to get out, and the fire department came shortly after. And
after that, we didn't see the kids. We didn't hear anything or anything. So
as a father myself, I can't imagine losing my 2 children, other alone. He lost his house, his family,
whole family,
everything. So
I'm gonna miss him, man. I'm gonna miss him.
Hey, iCkEdMeL, and we're going to talk about this tragic situation that took place in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where a mother and her 3 sons burned inside of a home. We're also going to talk about some fire safety, and the mother's name is Wanedia. You have Xavier, Robert, and Elijah. The ages were 35, 15, 14, and 10.
35-year-old Wanedia Scales and her sons, 15-year-old Xavier Woleab, 14-year-old Robert Scales Jr., and 10-year-old Elijah Scales.
Now, it's reported that the fire started around 12:20, 12:30 a.m., and it was a 2-story home, and it started in the lower level with the family inside.
My neighbor actually called me and told me they seen the smoke, and I came running.
It's reported that the firefighters carried the victims outside of the house to revive them. They were not breathing, had no pulses. The mother died at the scene, and her 3 sons were transported to local hospitals where they were pronounced dead upon arrival.
Firefighters pulled the victims from the burning home, but none could be saved.
Robert Scales and Elijah Scales died later Wednesday morning. Robert Scales confirmed that his wife and his 3 children died in the fire. He was at work at the time when the fire broke out.
Says he was at work when he got word that his house was on fire.
FYI, there's 2 Roberts. So there's Senior, which is the father, and there's Junior, which was the child that passed away.
I went speeding and seen a fire truck speeding, an ambulance speeding.
Now, it's reported that fire officials said that when they arrived, it appeared to be no working smoke detectors.
They have said that they found no working smoke detectors here in the home.
Officials believe the family's lives would have not been lost. Also, there was 2 dogs that died in the fire.
It's a lot of questions, I have, and it may take time for the answers to come out, but I know God got something else for me, so.
So Grand Rapids actually has this 311 program where they provide free fire detectors.
We have a 311 program where you can call 311 within the city of Grand Rapids. You can receive free smoke detectors that our firefighters will come out and install for you.
So we're going to get into the educational part. And I've always kind of wondered what happens, like how do people die in their sleep when there's a fire going on? And I guess, the fumes could happen, carbon monoxide. Apparently smoke is a very deadly, dangerous thing. According to this person here, I've been a legal death investigator for 20 years. I have sadly seen more than my fair share of child home fire deaths. What I found during these investigations, and is common knowledge in fire investigation field, is that the smoke, toxic fumes, and vapors reach you long before the heat and flames ever do in most cases. The majority of residential fire deaths are as a result of the lack of working smoke detectors. Sometimes the batteries either expire or have discharged and fail to function, or the detectors were not installed in the first place. Nowadays, most states have laws that require functioning smoke detectors in all residential dwellings. There is this PDF document that I saw online that I thought was really good. It says here 6 out of 10 residential fires occurs in homes without smoke alarms. About 94% of U.S. homes have smoke alarms, but 1/3 of the alarms are not working properly. Working smoke alarms cut your chances of dying in a house of fire in half. A house fire moves deadly speed. In 3 minutes, the room where it first started can be consumed as fire grows and picks up speed. But the real killer is the smoke. A person can die of smoke inhalation in less than a minute. I didn't know that. In less than a minute. Most deaths in house fires occur when people are sleeping. Smoke numbs the senses and causes deeper sleep. Without a smoke alarm, most people will never wake up when smoke fills in the house. Smoke inhalation causes about 75% of deaths and fires. A well-maintained smoke alarm alerts you in danger while items are smoldering before the flame breaks out. When a smoke alarm sounds, you can immediately begin your escape plan. Most thing you can do to prevent a fire tragedy is to install and maintain smoke alarms. Invest in a few dollars and plenty of alarms and a few minutes each month in testing them. So you're supposed to test them each month. I really don't ever think about the fire alarm. It's installed and you just expect a little beeping sound. So apparently there's two different types of smoke alarms. I didn't even know this. There's the ionization and the photoelectric smoke alarms. The ionization alarms activate when there's an electrical current inside them. It's changed by smoke. Ionization smoke alarms respond most quickly to heat and flame, so they're best at detecting fast spreading fires. Now the photoelectric smoke alarms are triggered when smoke and particles redirect a beam of light inside the unit. These alarms can detect the smoke of fire from smoldering fire before flames appear. It's a good idea to have both. I didn't know that. Another thing that I was hearing from this firefighter, he said to sleep with your doors closed. Sleep with your doors closed. It can prevent the fire from coming in.
Sleep with your bedroom doors closed, and that prevents the rapid spread of fire through those sleeping areas. And with early detection and those things done, we can make a safer environment in our households.
Condolences to the family. It's kind of crazy to just think how preventable it could have been. Just kind of crazy. Comment down below if you have any safety fire tips yourself, or if you've ever been in a fire at home, what your situation was. I couldn't imagine losing your wife and kids just in one night like that, in one swoop, 3 kids. That's insanity. Make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, help me to continue to grow, and peace.